Hello, hello. Welcome to your practice today. So, for this session, we're going to be working quite deeply into the shoulders, focusing on opening up, mobilizing through the joints. But we're going to do this in a way that is really safe, in a way that we are also stabilizing and strengthening, working into the rotator cuffs. The shoulder being quite a complex and quite a delicate joint, it is a very common place for injury. So, for this practice, you will need something long. I'm going to use a strap, but feel free to use any alternative that you have around your house. And we will pop that to the side just for now. And bring yourself to sit down just for a moment. Get comfortable on your mat or your floor or wherever you are situated. And close your eyes. We're just going to begin with a little awareness exercise, connecting the mind, the breath, and the body so that everything is functioning together. So let your body settle, let your shoulders relax down, shoulder blades gliding down your back as if to sink into your back pockets. Allow your arms to be heavy, your hands to be soft and relaxed. We'll take a couple of nice gentle breaths here. Feeling the air travel in equally through both of your nostrils. Feel the chest, belly, and shoulders rise. And then exhaling smoothly. Keeping that nice rhythm going. Noticing how the shoulders gently rise and fall as you breathe. Often we can associate breath with the chest and the belly. There's actually a lot more movement going on in the body with breath. You might also be able to feel the breath in the back of your body, becoming aware of the back of your rib cage, the back half of your lungs, the back of your heart space. And the back of the diaphragm, which also sits within this back half of the body. Now take your awareness to your left shoulder and just sense your left shoulder, feeling it from the inside. Notice what you can feel there. Moving over to your right shoulder, becoming fully aware of your right shoulder. Feeling the right shoulder from the inside and noticing what you can sense there. And finally, becoming aware of both of your shoulders at the same time. Your awareness fully inhabiting both of your shoulders equally. We'll take one more deep breath in. And a full breath out, emptying out completely. And flutter your eyes open, come back into your space, and bring yourself to stand on your knees. So your knees are about hip width distance apart. Let the left hand relax down by your side. I'm going to draw some circles with the right arm. So keeping everything else nice and still apart from your right arm. Going to cross this right arm across your body, palm facing inwards. Circle up and around the face, taking that hand back as far as you can go before you turn the thumb, the palm down, and circle back around to the starting position. So we'll do a couple more like that, breathing in and breathing out. Really slow, controlled movement. Imagine that you're moving through water, almost like you're swimming. And again, just notice if the rest of your body wants to join in, or can you create this movement just from the shoulder? Go the other direction. So circling back first, thumb is down, as far back as you can before rotating the palm, coming up and over, down and across. And even just doing this, you might feel some heat start to build within that joint capsule. Blood starts to move to the joint, synovial fluid and all of that delicious stuff. Last one. Release back down. We'll change sides, gluing that right arm down next to you and starting to circle that left arm across your body, up and back, turning the thumb down. Continuing like so. Try to keep your arms straight. And there might be a little bit of crunching or clicking. That's okay. Again, just noticing if there is any pain or any little twinges or anything that occurs as you're working through this practice. We don't want to aggravate anything any further. So moving really slowly and mindfully. Okay, let's go the other way, coming up and back first. Rotating the palm to face out, pinky down. Two more. Nice and slow. Ooh, awesome. Grab your strap now, and we're going to hold it out in front of us, a little wider than, well, quite a lot wider actually than shoulder width distance. And I want you to really keep your core engaged here. So draw your ribs in and down. I'll show you from the side. So we don't want to kind of overextend into the spine and let the ribs pop out. Keeping your shoulders drawing down away from your ears. Going to inhale, raise the strap up and over, take it back behind you as far as you can. And exhale to release back down in front of you. So we're flossing out through the shoulder joints, moving with breath. If you're getting stuck about here, take your hands out a little wider and allow yourself a little bit more space. If you're finding it really easy and you're kind of just flopping around, take your hands in a little bit closer together and make it a little bit more challenging, making sure not to let your shoulders draw up towards your ears, keeping them glued down. And try to be mindful as to whether one shoulder might be lifting up higher than the other. You might be kind of a bit skew-iff to one side. So try to keep everything moving in balance. Everything working together. Nice, let's do two more. Awesome, and release. Pop that strap to the side and come down onto your hands and knees. All right, simple protraction and retraction. So really important to know the difference between these two positions. All right, so imagine that you've got an empty can in between your shoulder blades on your upper back. So I want you to keep your arms straight. Nothing is moving here apart from the shoulder girdle. So letting your chest sink down in between your hands. Allow your shoulder blades to slide together. So imagine that you're crushing that can in between your scapula, your shoulder blades. Then you're pressing the floor away and doing the opposite, spreading the shoulder blades nice and wide, nice and far apart, almost like a rounding through your upper back or a broadening through the upper back. And again, squeeze together and release. Once you find it, you're going to keep moving between these two movements. If you're struggling to connect to this movement, just keep playing around until it clicks. Pressing away, squeezing together. Being really intentional about this movement. And again, nice and slow, so you don't want to kind of be moving really fast. The slower, the better, and you will start to feel some sensation, maybe a little bit of heat or a little bit of a burn between those shoulder blades. Beautiful. Coming back to neutral. And let's sink back into a child's pose and have a nice little break. So take the knees a little wider, toes to touch, sinking your butt back down towards your heels, soften the arms, forehead down towards the mat, and relaxing your chest and belly between the thighs towards the floor. Again, sensing into the shoulders, noticing what you can feel here. And we'll activate this pose a little more. So stretch the arms out, fingertips reaching as far as they can. Spread the fingers nice and wide, pressing down through the palms of the hands. And I want you to wrap your shoulders in and underneath, so almost like you're trying to draw the armpits towards each other. Notice how that activates and switches everything on just a little bit more. Nice. Now let the elbows and forearms come to the floor. You're going to lift your head, lift the chest, and bring your body gently down to the floor, arriving in a sphinx pose. So your arms are parallel out in front of you. Fingers spread nice and wide. Ideally, we have the elbows underneath the shoulders. However, if that's a little bit much on your lower back, you can take the elbows out in front of you. All right, so first of all, we're going to make this pose nice and safe. So press down through the floor with the tops of your feet and anchor your pelvis to the floor. So you're kind of pressing the pubic bone into the floor, and you'll find that your butt muscles will squeeze a little bit. And take your strap or your whatever your long item is, and you're going to hold it in each hand at shoulder width distance apart. Now I want you to pull on the strap. So your elbows, your shoulders, and your hands are all in line and they're all parallel. You're pulling on that strap as if you're trying to rip it into two pieces, keeping the legs really active, keeping the pelvis anchored to the floor so we're protecting the lower back. Now, as you're pulling on that strap, I want you to let your shoulders sink up towards your ears and then draw them down away from the ears. Again, shoulders shrug up and then down, up and then down. Keep pulling on that strap the whole time. Up, down. Let's do a few more. Might feel a bit weird, but just trust. Last one. Good. Now let's see if we can circle. So imagine that you're rolling your shoulders, circling your shoulders, but at the same time you're pulling that strap apart. Okay, let's have a go. Pulling as hard as you can on that strap. Circling the shoulders. So for me, this is already burning like super hot fire. So it should be for you as well, hopefully. And then let's go the other direction. The other direction's always a little bit harder. One way feels like a little bit awkward. Whew. Good work. Release your strap to the side again. Let's come to rest down, elbows out, forehead down on top of your hands, and allow that to settle. Checking back in, notice what you're feeling. Reconnecting to the breath, keeping you present. Nice. From here, bring your forehead to the floor and bring your arms out either side of you like a cactus. So you've got two right angles, elbows are bent, and just check that they're not too far up or too far down. So you should have a nice straight line out from the shoulder to the elbow, and then a nice straight line from the elbow to the wrist and the fingertips. Awesome. Draw the shoulder blades down, so you're kind of rolling the shoulders back and hugging the shoulder blades down your spine. And then you're going to lift both arms, keeping that right angle, and squeeze them in towards each other. So you're trying to tap your elbows together and then lower down again. Cool. So let's do 10 like this, nice and slow. Squeezing and lifting. Again, imagining that you're moving through water. So there's that slight resistance. 6, 7, it's okay if you have a different number to me. 8, 9, and 10. Good. Release down. Make sure that the back of your neck is relaxed and you're not scrunching up and clenching through your neck. If you're not sure, just roll your forehead side to side. Release the back of the neck. Beautiful. Okay, now listen up carefully for this one because it's a little bit more complicated. So we're going to leave the elbows on the floor and we're lifting the forearms and the hands. The forearms and the hands are going to move as one piece. So just have a look if you're not sure what I'm talking about. We're going to lift the forearms as if you're pressing the backs of your hands down towards your feet and then lower. Lift and lower. It's only a really small movement, if any at all. Even if you're just thinking about lifting, we're going to do 10 like this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Well done. Slide the hands down either side of your chest, roll the shoulders back. Again, legs are nice and active. Let's come into a cobra. Take a nice breath in. And as you exhale, press back into child's pose again. Take another little break. Allow the arms to rest down, hips to soften, ankles to soften, jaw and face soften. Walking your hands gently back up towards you, coming back to stand on the knees once more. And taking your strap again. This time you're going to hold it just a little bit wider than shoulder width distance apart. And super important again to keep the ribs in. So as you raise the strap up, the shoulders stay down and the ribs don't move. Generally what we tend to do when we lift the arms, the ribs start to pop out too, and we go into back extension, which is great and fine, but all of a sudden it becomes more about the spine than the shoulders. So if we want to focus just on the shoulders, keeping those ribs in and bringing the hands up and as far back as you can, keeping the shoulders down. Got it? It's quite a lot to do at once. Okay, so now I want you to pull on the strap as if you're trying to rip it into two pieces again. So pulling out towards each side of the room. And already that might feel quite challenging. So keeping that tension on the strap, you're going to start to bend the elbows and draw the hands down towards the shoulders. Then press back up again and down. So the whole time you're keeping that tension on, you're pulling out as hard as you can with maximum force. And you're moving up and down. Don't forget to breathe. Go, let's do a few more. Last one. Beautiful. Finally, popping that strap to the side, and then just come to sit down in whatever is a comfortable seated position for you. We'll open the arms out wide, spread the wings, then wrap that right arm underneath the left, binding at the elbows, taking the palms together if you can, coming into eagle arms. Take a deep breath in, lift the elbows, lift the palms, press the palms away from the face. And as you exhale, you're going to curl forwards. Bring the elbows towards the thighs, pressing the hands away from you. Keep drawing the shoulder blades down. And inhale, come back up again. Just close your eyes here for a moment and focus your awareness on that point right in between your shoulder blades and your upper back, the back of your heart space, and take a few deep breaths directly into the back of your heart. Nice work. Very carefully unravel. We'll roll the shoulders out a couple of times just to release, rinse it off, forwards and backwards. Then we'll change sides. Nice deep breath in, expand the arms out. And exhale, crossing left arm under right, binding into eagle arms as best you can. Feeling that beautiful stretch across the upper back. And inhale, lift the elbows, press the palms away from the face. Keeping the shoulder blades drawing down as you exhale, rounding forwards. Pressing the palms away from you. And on the next breath in, lifting back up. Spine is nice and tall. Bring the awareness once more to the space between your shoulder blades, the back of your heart. And breathe here. Good. Very slowly unravel. Rolling out the shoulders. Forwards and backwards. And final stretch. Going to raise that right arm up above your head, slide the palm of your hand down your back, then take hold of that right elbow with the left hand and gently draw on that elbow, feeling that stretch through the armpit and the lats. one more breath, guys. And release. Let's go the other side. Left arm up. Keeping that bicep nice and close towards your face. Taking hold of the left elbow this time. And try to keep your chin nice and level so you're not kind of hunching forwards or again going into that overly extended position in the spine. Keeping the spine nice and neutral. Fantastic. Releasing that. Sitting up onto your heels. If this is too uncomfortable on the bottoms of your feet, just come up onto your knees. You're going to roll the shoulders back, bring the hands behind you, interlace the fingers together, clasp the hands together. Again, roll the shoulders back again and really squeeze everything together. Lift the chest and press the knuckles down towards the floor. So now here you can let the ribs kind of pop out and open because we're intentionally opening up through the chest. Good, final nice deep breath. Breathing into that space in the front body. And exhale, letting go of the bind. You're going to hug the arms around you. Give yourself a nice big cuddle. A little bit of self-love to finish off. Never hurt nobody. Beautiful. Give everything a nice little shake. The hands, the arms, maybe a little shimmy. And that is our shoulder practice, you guys. So I hope that you're feeling amazing in your shoulders. Do let me know how that went for you, how your shoulders feel, and obviously do return to the practice and keep up the exercises, as it is the frequency and the consistency that is really going to make a difference for you. Thanks so much, and I'll see you next time.